Our main recommendation here is that support for mortgage interest should cease, and that in future members of Parliament should only be reimbursed for the cost of rent, or in a few cases where that offers better value for money, hotels. We've also endorsed the decision already taken by Parliament itself earlier this year that in future claims should only be allowed for utilities and other basic costs of living in two places, not gardening, flat-screen televisions, screening or cleaning or interior design. We're proposing that those with existing mortgages should be able to continue to receive support for a transitional period of one more Parliament, or for 5 years if that Parliament is shorter than usual. But any capital gains made during this transitional period and attributable to public support should be surrendered to the taxpayer. So from today, there will be no more gains at public expense and no more flipping either for any MP. At present, the only MPs not entitled to claim reimbursement for the cost of second homes are the 25 with inner London constituencies. The House of Commons has already decided that from April next year, the right to claim will also be removed from a further 54 MPs whose constituencies fall wholly within 20 miles of Westminster, presumably on the grounds that this is the kind of commuting distance which faces many of their constituents daily. This change seems entirely appropriate to the committee. We're happy to endorse it. But we think that the same principle, the principle already accepted by Parliament, should be extended to a few more MPs whose constituencies may be a bit further from Westminster in terms of distance, but whose journey to work times will be no greater than for those within the 20-mile definition. The use of public funds to employ members of an MP's own family. Let me say straight away that we've been told that many of those so employed are providing an excellent service and offer good value for money. But the committee does not believe that this practice is compatible with modern employment standards, on which, in our view, Parliament ought to be giving a lead. Starting after the next election, so this doesn't apply to those standing down at this election, those who leave voluntarily should not receive redundancy pay, but should instead receive 8 weeks' pay from the date of the election to cover the period when they're winding up their offices.